Wanted's Robbery Revamp update has been out for a few days now, so I think we should do a little bit of a deep dive, talk a little bit more about this update than I did compared to my update video that I posted a few days ago. I want to give a shout out to Doggo3725 for leaving a comment on my update video saying that I could absolutely do a deep dive on this, and I didn't even think that that was a thing I could do, but of course it is. I've got 7 different topics to discuss. I'm going to try and do it from least to most useful roughly, so make sure you watch until the end, because by the end you're going to learn a lot of new stuff. We're going to start with the least useful thing. It's at the jewelry store. It now has music. Heist music, just like tons of other places have music, it's now got music. Here's a quick snippet. I can't play too much because I'm pretty sure it's copyrighted, but yeah, pretty cool. I think the whole music, every piece of music in this game is way too quiet. My music setting is at 200%. I had to boost that by 15 decibels, which is a lot if you don't know, just so you can hear it. Like, I think we need to up the music, Justin and or the team. I think it's a little bit too quiet right now, but still, it is cool. It makes sense. It's a robbery. It should have music. All right, next up, let's go through one of the most controversial things Wanted has ever experienced, and kind of the main issue people had with the previous update 2 weeks ago. It's with the crate system. You go to menu in the top right, you go to shop, and then you'll see there are 2 types of crates, the tier 1 crate and the one that most people had the issue with, tier 2. You can get 4 different vehicles from it, and they are exotic vehicles. You've got the Empyrean, fastest car in the game. You've got the Panther, best helicopter in the game. These are the 2 most people have a concern about because they have to spend a lot of money to get them. Each crate's 100,000 cash. The odds are 0.075%. That is insane. It will cost you about 33.3 million to statistically guarantee that you get one, and there's a chance you can get duplicates as well. So like, you are looking at upwards of 100 million before this latest update, which is crazy. Luckily though, they've added a pity system. This does work a little bit weird though, and it has applied retroactively, so let me try and explain it. Basically, every 200 crates you open, you are guaranteed a unique exotic vehicle. So after I open 200 crates, I will either get the Pulse or I'll get the Panther. It's impossible for me, with the pity system in effect, to get the Tempero and Empyrean. As soon as I open an exotic before the pity system counter reaches 200, that counter goes back to 0. So it does not matter. If you get an Empyrean, it will reset that timer. And of course, if I get one without the pity system, there's a chance it can be a duplicate. I know that very soon I'm going to get the Empyrean. There is a way to kind of see on what crate you're going to get what. So I will get the Empyrean, I'm pretty sure, in my next 200. So that counter will go up, it'll go back down to 0. And it has applied retroactively. I think there is a bug right now. They did post about how there's a few issues with it right now, because when the update launched, it said I had like 150 that I needed to open. Now it says I need to open 200, which I know is wrong. I have opened a few of them. But if a person had already opened 200 crates before this update without getting an exotic in any of those 200, I believe it's the next crate you open, your 201st, you're guaranteed a unique exotic. However, if someone's opened 400 crates and not got an exotic, doesn't matter. You will only get one exotic. It will give you that exotic, then the counter will reset. So if you've opened 800 crates with no exotic, you're only going to get one exotic. Okay, I hope that makes sense. I do think 200 is a bit high. I think 150 probably would have made more sense, but the thing we'll talk about next actually gives you premium crates, so I guess they found a way to try and balance it. So I don't mind this. Let me know your thoughts though in the comments. I'm very curious. Is 200 too high in your opinion? Is it too low? Let me know. All right, next up is something that no one really expected to drop in this update or really even thought about. I can't believe I didn't even think about this as a thing that they can do in the game. If you go to menu, then you go to missions, you'll see there's now a permanent mission on your screen called daily with a little timer next to it. And this is a daily streak type of mission. Every day you have to play for 15 minutes as one of the challenges, and then you have to do 2 other challenges. I believe there's like a random array of them, and you'll be given them. Every time you do the daily challenges, you'll get a basic vehicle crate and you'll get 25,000 cash. And depending on your streak, which is the amount of times you do it in a row in back-to-back days, you get rewards. You can see we got a basic vehicle crate on day 1, 50 grand on day 2, and today, and I can complete this, we'll get a vehicle. Day 5, you get an MP5K. Then day 7, 9, and 11, you get a premium vehicle crate, money printer, a mystery gift. You'll notice that this is a theme. As you can see, we keep scrolling, and that's just the order. But the final unique reward you get is this at day 13, a streak trophy furniture, which will display your highest streak. So say I went all the way to day 74, and then I stopped and missed a day, that trophy will say 74, and everyone can see that, you know, I made it 74 days in a row, which is awesome. I think that's such a cool little piece of furniture. I love that. I would like it if the daily system had like a Robux ability. Like if you miss a day, maybe you can spend like 50 Robux to save your streak, you know, like in Rivals. Rivals has that. I think that could be cool. Maybe just some more rewards as well, like level 100. You have like an exclusive vehicle. I think that could be fun. But, you know, it's a solid thing. I don't mind it. I think it's a cool addition. It will keep people playing and a reason to log in every day. When the update was called Robbery Revamp, I think most people understandably assumed it was just the plane getting revamped because the plane seemed quite basic, seemed quite simple. Robbery Revamp, it makes sense they're going to be improving on the plane, and they did, and we will talk about it a little bit later. They also improved the bank. It's now very different. And the main thing is this obby. You have to complete an obby to get to the bank vault. It's now like about twice as long, I would say, to get to the vault now. You know, up here, this is kind of where the bank would normally be, but now we've got a second level over here. And you can see compared to a different type of vault, let's compare it to the diamond one, you can see the difference right now. Basically, the higher the vault rarity is, the harder the obby is. The bank is also different. I forgot to mention this. It's pretty easy to notice this. You know, you've got marble along the floor. You've got 2 more ATMs now. You've got these kind of 2 here, kind of where the old ones used to be. But then you've also got 4 at the back here on the sides, which is cool. You've got this door. What's this? Where's this lead you? Okay, leads you to nothing. Okay. These rooms inside are a little bit different. The bling bling office is now on the right side instead of being on the left side over here. But, you know, that's still a bit different. The upstairs as well. It now has rooms upstairs. We can go upstairs here with like glass on the side. You can see, yeah, some rooms here with some stuff to loot again. It's nice. It's definitely a lot prettier and a lot nicer, a lot more premium. As well as that, you'll see that there's cash out here. And this is actually server-based cash. So if someone else was with me and I took this, they would see that I'm taking this. So you could server hop technically and just constantly loot the vaults and take the really good the cash outside of it to get even more money. I wouldn't really recommend doing that. I don't think it's that much money, but it still is pretty cool that it's like a server-based cash system. Money also scales now on the outside. You can see it's a bit more. I think this is 100. Default is probably 50. I think diamond is like 3,000 every time you take it or something like that. So pretty good. There it is. Let's take a look at it really quickly. This is like a Camaro type of vehicle. Yeah, not bad. 2 seats. It would seem, yep, 2 seats inside, 39% top speed, 31% acceleration, 53% braking, that's pretty good. 80,000 for the engine, 100,000 for the transmission, 80,000 for the aspiration, and for the brakes 30,000, and then obviously for health, we're 40,000 for the armor, 40,000 for the tires, and I would assume 40,000 for the windows. Yes, there you go. So we can take it to 43% top speed, 38% acceleration, 66% braking, which is very good, 500 body armor, infinite for the health and tires, and then 3 pieces of armor. If you're a high-end player like me, you're never going to drive this, but if you're, you know, low tier, mid tier, very good. Make sure to do your dailies. For a vehicle that you only need to do a few simple challenges for 3 days in a row, I would highly recommend you get this. This is actually not bad. I was thinking about doing a review for it, but I thought to include it in this video instead, and then we get kind of best of both worlds. And you can see, for a low tier vehicle, this is actually quite impressive, and it's quite cheap to upgrade it, like a few $100,000, so would recommend going for it. Now it's on to the stuff about this airport. The first information, like the jewelry store, it now has music. It's very upbeat. I love it. Again, can't play it for too long because of copyright. I can't even hear it, to be honest, but you know. And we also have changes to the cargo cards. This was the item that you needed to rob the plane. The plane's had some changes. The cargo card has had some changes. You can see if we open up this storage unit door, whatever it's called, it's no longer here. It used to be here. It doesn't spawn here anymore. The cargo card spawned in a black briefcase in one of 5 locations. It can either be on any one of these 3 conveyors. At the bottom floor, next to this departure sign on this police station checkpoint area, right there on that table, there's a chance it can spawn there. If we go upstairs, there are 2 more spawn locations. One of them is on this table next to gate 3, literally where I'm standing right here. It can spawn here. The other one is upstairs in the seating area over here. This is actually where it is in this server. You can see on the right side here between these 2 seats. You literally open the briefcase, cargo cards inside, you grab it. You can only grab one at a time. You can see I've already got one. Only one person can grab it. After 60 seconds, it will respawn. Final part for it now is in this control tower. You see, if you remember my previous secrets video, I spoke about an authorized landing system. The airport's over here. You got this tower. You climb up to the top of the stairs and you'll see this kind of control room. Looks like this. You see the information on the plane. There used to be a button where you can authorize the landing. That's no longer a thing. The point of this building is where I'm standing right now. You can get the cargo card spawn literally right here on this table. So yeah, it'll always be in one of those 5 locations. Only one person can grab it. Server based. Respawns every minute. Simple as that. Alright, finally, let's talk about the plane. The changes made to the plane. Obviously, the cargo card has had some changes. I established those, and of course I established that authorizing the landing is no longer a thing in the game, which makes sense. It's a bit different now. On the hour, every hour, so in 9 minutes time from the time it is right now, the cargo plane will spawn, and it will land at the airport immediately and stay there for 5 minutes. It will then take off and do loops around the map the entire time. There's no way to land it, there's no way to stop it, which I actually like. I think it's cool that you basically need a helicopter unless if you're there really early. There are now vault rarities. You can actually see from the underside of the plane what the vault rarity is. You see there's like a blue glow underneath the plane. That means that it's a sapphire vault. So you can get gold, sapphire, ruby, emerald, amethyst, or diamond. There are 6 different types of vault. You can use your plane to go up here, you go inside of the hatch, and you will see, boom, it's now sapphire. It's this dark blue vault. It's a little bit different. We've got some kind of airdrops here. We've got gold along the floor. There's still the seats here. You obviously need the cargo card, and you can disable the force field, and then you can put C4 on the vault to blow up the vault. Regardless of the vault rarity, apart from if it's diamond, you will always get a ring inside or gems. Both of those types match the rarity of the vault, and you'll get a bunch of gold inside. I wouldn't really recommend picking up the gold. You get like 12 grand for a 30 kilogram bag. It's not that great. If you see a gold vault, maybe try and avoid it, but if it's sapphire or better, then I'd recommend going for it. The loot inside is server based as well, just like the jewelry store. So if you rob it with a bunch of people, it's going to be a race to see who can grab it first. Personally, I really don't like this. I think the fact there's only like 5 things, sometimes 4 things that are even worth grabbing. Like if you rob it with more than 2 people, you're going to get barely anything. So I would like to see that change and be client-based so everyone can grab all the loot inside. Because as soon as you blow up the vault with the C4, it will start crashing. The plane will start crashing, and it will knock you if the plane explodes and you're still inside. Like if it's solo, then you get a bunch of loot. But if it's, you know, in a duo or in a squad, like it's just too little. There's not enough stuff there. You're not going to get enough. And the fact it spawns once an hour, every hour, I think it should give you quite a lot of good stuff. And you can obviously just server hop. I'd recommend doing that. Go in small public servers and just keep hopping around. Check the underside of the plane. If it's something good, then rob it. I do think that we will see some more changes to the plane in the future. I don't think it's perfect. It's definitely better. I personally think it's not as good as the other 2 robberies still. I think it needs a few more changes still, but you know, it can get there. There you go. That's everything. A little deep dive and more information about this update. I don't know when the next update will be. I would assume in 2 weeks time, because that's kind of the trend. It's like every 2 weeks they update, but if it's a huge update, then it'll take a month or maybe more. We haven't really got any word on it. It could be even longer than that, but my guess would be every 2 weeks. I'll try and see if I can make a short or something like that, a community post, something to let you lot know as soon as the update information drops. So make sure you subscribe and tap the bell to not miss that. Thank you again to Doggo for letting me know to do this video and giving me the idea for it, because I think it was fun looking a little bit more. It's kind of like a secrets video that I did before, but a little bit more informative. So let me know your thoughts. If you made it to the end, clearly you enjoyed this video and my content is all like this, so you might as well subscribe, and I will prove it to you. You can click that video right there. It's the same sort of vibe. It's another wanted video. Which wanted video is it going to be? It's going to be the update video. Yeah, it's going to be the update video for this latest update. So if you want to know a bit more of the essential information about what's in this update, you can check it out right there. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you later.